Euronews. I'm not sure if you can see me very well, which is quite strange because this is the Festival of Lights, or the Fête de Lumières in Lyon in France, and it's very wet, it's very cold at the moment. However, in a few short moments I'm going to be showing you one of the 30 light installations that has been put up around the city to celebrate the annual Festival of Lights, as I've just said. So while we wait, I'll try and tell you a bit about the festival. So to begin with, I'm not sure if you can see my face very well, but I am wearing a mask because that is one of the restrictions. You have to wear a mask in the Festival of Lights, despite the fact we are outside, because of the coronavirus pandemic. And the other thing is that if you go to one of the internal installations, you also have to show your COVID pass, which is the same for, well, the rest of France. I think this is the first time it's returned, or it's returned after a two-year hiatus, because in 2019 that was the last time that the festival was actually on. Last year, of course, there was the coronavirus pandemic, so it was cancelled because of that. And in 2019, if I'm correct, there were 1.8 million people who actually came. And when you consider that the size of Lyon, or the population of Lyon, the city of Lyon, is 500,000, you can see that it's a very, very popular festival, and it essentially quadruples the population of the city over the next 4 days, because the festival lasts until, or from the 8th of December until Saturday, I believe. So in terms of the history of the event, well, it's a couple of hundred years old, the tradition of the Festival of Lights. To begin with, it began basically as a way for the people of Lyon to pay tribute to the Virgin Mary. They would light candles to thank her for saving them from various disasters, such as the plague, such as various invasions. But then in 1852, they decided to erect a statue of the Virgin Mary on the Fourvière Hill, which hopefully I'll show you a bit later on. And that was due to be erected on the 8th of September, 1852. However, due to floods, it got postponed 2 months. So by the 8th of December, they were ready once again to erect the statue of the Virgin Mary. However, once again, there was bad weather, there was rain, so they had to postpone it once again. However, as night fell, the storm or the rain started to let up, and spontaneously the whole city, or swathes of people within the city, decided to put candles in their windows, in their balconies, to thank the Virgin Mary. And the tradition basically stuck from there. Year after year they would do the same thing, and the rest, as they say, is history. Of course, because it happened at the beginning of the 8th of December, it obviously has also got swept up in the Christmas tradition. Anyway, I'll stop talking for now. Here's one of the light shows about to begin. I'll rejoin you afterwards.
Ensemble, faisons bloc contre le coronavirus. Bonne fête des Lumières.
Début des temps, des profondeurs de l'univers, surgit le Dieu de la vie et de la lumière. Salvate le serpent. Salvate décida de voyager à travers le cosmos, illuminant son chemin et serpentant de tout son long parmi les étoiles jusqu'à atteindre la planète Terre. forme humaine. Il marcha sans répit à travers montagnes, forêts, mers et fleuves. À la nuit tombée, épuisé et affamé, il décida de se reposer auprès d'un feu de bois. Il observait la beauté de la nature, quand soudain il aperçut un lapin à ses côtés. Que manges-tu? Demanda Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl, de l'herbe des prés. Tu en veux un peu? Non, non merci. Les dieux comme moi ne mangent pas ça. Mais que vas-tu manger? Il n'y a rien à manger ici pour moi. Je suppose que j'attendrai de mourir de faim. Le lapin n'était pas du tout d'accord avec le dieu. Moi, je ne suis qu'un petit lapin. Mais si tu as faim, tu peux me manger. Le corps et l'esprit du lapin se séparèrent au contact du feu. Ah, tes paroles m'émeuvent tellement, petit lapin. À partir de ce jour, tu seras plus qu'un simple lapin sur terre. Tous les hommes se souviendront de ta bonté à tout jamais. Quetzalcoatl souleva le lapin haut, très haut, jusqu'à Médecine, la déesse de la lune, et lui dit: dorénavant, tu seras un portrait éternel de lumière que les hommes pourront regarder à l'infini. Depuis ce jour, le lapin est uni à la lune. Chaque nuit, dans la lueur du clair de lune, les hommes peuvent l'apercevoir et se souvenir de son sacrifice et de sa bonté. Regarde bien. Tu le vois?
End of the show because it's so dark when the lights go out. However, for those people who maybe didn't understand, this art installation, or that story that was told, is called Le Lapin dans la Lune, or the rabbit in the moon, and basically it was based on an old Aztec fable which said that the old feathered serpent god Quetzalcoatl came down to Earth in a human form, and basically during his adventures he got really tired, was starving, and came across this rabbit who essentially sacrificed itself so that Quetzalcoatl could eat something and he could survive. And anyway, because he was so grateful and so moved, he decided to put the rabbit in the moon's surface for all eternity, so that everyone can always remember the kindness of this rabbit's altruism, and basically just commemorate this rabbit for all eternity. So that is essentially why the Aztecs, and I guess some other cultures as well, believe that you can kind of see the outline of a rabbit on the surface of the moon. And that's what they were asking just at the end of the show there. They were asking if you can see the outline of a rabbit when you do see the full moon. So anyway, that was it in a nutshell. I'm now going to try and walk towards the Fourvière Hill that I was telling you about before, to see if we can see the Basilica and maybe the statue of the Virgin Mary as well. I mean, it's very, very dark, so we might not have much luck. However, I'm sure the Basilica itself looks beautiful. So anyway, I'll turn the camera back round just to try and give you a bit more of the ambience and feeling of what it's like to be here in Lyon at the moment. But yeah, hopefully speak to you in a short few minutes.
Il faut qu'on aille par là. Ouais, c'est ça. Il y avait un mec, ça va là.
You might just be able to see on the very top of the screen a faint sort of yellow line, glowing line. No, it's not the Eiffel Tower, but it's actually the Metal Tower of Lyon, which actually predates the Eiffel Tower. Of course, it's not as spectacular, but I mean, it's nice that Lyon has its own version. So there we go, that is the Fourvière Hill with the Basilica de Notre-Dame de Fourvière on top of it. Like I say, with the aforementioned metallic tower that kind of resembles the Eiffel Tower. It's a shame that it is quite dark despite it being the Festival of Lights, because I'm not sure you can really make out, but there is a sign there saying Merci Marie, so thank you Mary, which obviously harks back to the origins of the festival, which is to thank the Virgin Mary for the things that she brings to the city, to the people. And again, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there is the golden statue of Mary up there that we were talking about earlier as well. Today is, of course, the 8th of December, and that is the Feast of the Immaculate Conception of Mary, so it all ties into the theme of the Virgin Mary. As you can see, there are still lots of people around. There are loads and loads of art installations around the city, 30 in total, as I mentioned before, some of which are inside. But yeah, the basilica does look stunning, as does the metal tower. Anyway, that is it from me. Hopefully you can see me a bit better now if I adjust the camera. And there we go, there's the basilica again, and there's the metal tower. But anyway, I think I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of the festival. If I do see anything particularly spectacular or particularly interesting, I will fire up another live, so keep your devices handy just in case. But if I don't, Merry Christmas, have a great festive season, enjoy the holidays, and yeah, hopefully see you soon. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is James Thomas for Euronews.